Hi, my name is Julie and I work with Bina. I'm on the admissions team. And today we are here with Catherine, who is going to answer some questions about her daughter's experience at Bina. I would love if you could just tell us a little bit about how you guys decided to join Bina, why you made the decision.
So we chose Bina because, for one, I don't like the public school system. I don't like the way they're teaching kids nowadays. And so I would prefer to encourage her to think for herself, to accept others' thoughts and others' feelings and take into account, different cultures. And I feel like Bina is the perfect way to do that since the kids are from all over the world. You get to experience different languages, you get to experience different cultures. So I just think it's a much better way to school your child and feel more in control of what they're learning.
Could you talk a little bit about how long your daughter has been with Bina and how old she is and maybe where you guys are located?
So we're in Florida and my daughter's 9. She started off in the Otters in April, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And we have since graduated onto the Sharks because she has been catching up on reading and other things that she was behind in. And so she was fine with some things, but not fine with other things. And so we kind of had her in the Otters. She didn't need to be in the Otters, but I think it was best for her to be there. And, the class was really, really good for her because she was able to, I saw immediate growth, which felt really good, made it feel even more like the right choice.
Can you talk a little bit about how Bina has supported her social emotional growth during this time?
She's been much more expressive. I think she's always been very, I want to say, empathetic to other people, but I feel like that's been much more extensive since she started with Bina. She's a good kid anyway. But you know, every parent's every parent everywhere. And it's been difficult because we lost my mom, but she does come to me um, about that. And as far as other kids, she's very vocal about wanting to spend time with other kids and wanting to get online and hang out with her friends from class and stuff like that. So I think that's been good too.
Your daughter is 9 and she started and she already had quite a few tech skills to begin with. She's really into online gaming and kind of doing like research on her own. Can you tell us a little bit about what the parent involvement was like at the beginning when she started and what it's like now that you've been with us for quite a few months?
So I find that I have to reach out to her to find things out. She doesn't tell me anything. She's so independent and ready to just take on everything on her own. But so I find myself having to make sure that I'm checking the Bina chat and, checking her chat, the all about my daughter's chat. And so it's been interesting because I'm finding that I have to be more mentally actively involved to make sure that I'm not missing anything,
Mhm.
because like I said, she doesn't necessarily tell me anything if I don't ask her. I know that when she first started, as far as like the technical stuff, she wasn't, she was unsure. And so it just took a little bit of time. And, once she got comfortable with everything, she's good.
Does she ever come to you about tech issues now, or does she kind of ask her teachers when she needs help?
So typically she'll ask the teachers for help, I think. She doesn't typically come to me unless it's like a password something. Even with the password things, I think she goes to her teachers. But if she, for whatever reason, can't figure it out, she'll ask me, she'll come get me. But she just acts like I'm not there. She's, like I said, she's very independent. She doesn't need me
Yeah.
for anything. Oh.
If you could describe the projects and assignments a little bit at Bina, what have those been like for your daughter? And, how does she engage with them? What kinds of things is she doing?
So by far, I think her favorite project, because she likes to record videos. So her favorite project was when they had to do, I think they had to create a recipe and they had to type up the recipe, and then they had to record themselves actually cooking the recipe, and she had a blast. She didn't ask me for help at all. She didn't
Mm.
want my help. She didn't ask me for help. She did it all on her own. And when I tell you it was a long, long video, but she had a really good time with it. So I think that was definitely by far her favorite project.
That is really cool. It's so
Mhm.
cool to see students really taking agency and
Yeah.
responsibility for their work and being really motivated by, getting to make decisions around lighting or what I'm going to film or how long it's
Mhm.
going to be. That's really empowering for students. It's cool to hear that she's engaging with that. What has been your biggest challenge so far with online school?
The only issue I have is it's the in-person physical presence that she's missing. And so um the plan and the implementation will be to get her into local sports, get her into local activities, and just keep up having mommy daughter time and making sure we're getting out and doing stuff too, just because I work from home, she schools from home, so we're just in the house, so we have to make sure, and by we I mean me, just have to make sure that we're getting out of the house and meeting up with other people and other families and stuff. So,
Yeah, that
yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Do you feel like the way that the schedule is set up at Bina allows for that?
Absolutely, the kids get out. I think they get out at a decent time that you can plan for, any activities in the afternoon, in the evening. I think there's plenty of time.
Well, thank you so much for answering my questions today. It's been really great to chat with you, and I hope that it is informative for everybody who listens to this. So thank you so much, Catherine. It was really,
No
really
problem.
lovely to hear a little bit more about your daughter's experience at Bina.